Hey guys, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are back with Late Age Rlyeh. The turn just rolled. It is fresh. Fresh, I tell you, right from the turn oven. And let's take a look at what it holds. Before we get too deep into the happenings of the turn, there's something I figured out that we're going to spend a fair amount of time talking about. And that is that there's a spell we get called Power of the Void, which is basically like Hell Power. And I might not have even mentioned it too much in the national overview. So here I fuck up. I should have had my god go in turn 1, or turn 2, or turn 1. Because I end up losing 2 Meteorite Guard here. But basically it's Hell Power. It does not harm mark you. And I believe, because I've done a little bit of testing, because you are not harm marked, the amount of horrors it summons per turn is extremely minimal. Which is kind of interesting. I didn't know this, but it seems that the amount of harm marks, the amount of horrors that get summoned in combat depends on the harm mark, like, intensity you have on you. Which makes sense, but just being harm marked in combat does not cause horrors to get summoned in combat. You have to have Hell Power cast. So it's a kind of weird dynamic. It'd be interesting. I need to see if Loggy, our local Dominion's investigator, could figure out what's going on. But then what that means is you're still going to get a few hearts, but not very many when you cast it. And you're going to get all the benefits. And the thing is, this is one of the things I don't actually like about Dominion's Enhanced, as I'm now getting to understand the mod more. But the thing is, it whitewashes a lot of things. Like underwater, you can teleport if you're a water mage. Great. It's not actually that special being astral anymore. It like strips away some of the special thing that Rlyeh has. And look, Early Age Atlantis now has teleporting super combatants. So that's kind of shitty. But like Hell Power, it used to be you had to do it in blood. Now we can do it because we just have astral. Again, this is like a national specific thing. But the thing is, in like several ways, the spell we get is significantly better than Hell Power. Here it is, Power of the Void. And not only is it Hell Power, but it is also Astral. Oh, it can't be cast by mindless commanders. I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's really interesting. That means I was thinking it would be really good on golems, but you can't do it there. Oh, but what I wanted to tell you is that it's not just the Magic Path boost that's significant. You get 2 Magic Path boosts, you get 4 attack, 4 defense, 4 strength, some morale, some MR, and some protection. Like, it is phenomenal. And it doesn't horror mark you. Now, it's going to summon a few horrors, and the horrors may horror mark you, but this thing in and of itself will not horror mark you. Pretty nuts. Now, what would that potentially be good on? You can see we have transferred the gear to Bubbles. It would potentially be very good on Bubbles. Oh, let me talk about all the ways in which it's better. So, it doesn't harm mark you. That's better. In Hell Power is normally like 300 fatigue or 200 fatigue or something. I think it's 300. Let's take a check. It will basically knock your ass out. Yeah, 300. It will knock your ass out. If you're a Blood 3 and you cast it, forget about it. You need to be like Blood 5 to cast it with 5 slaves to not get your ass knocked out. So this does not knock you out when you cast it. Oh, it's also going to give you a boatload of reinvigoration, which is nice. I don't even know if that's listed here. I don't see it in this note, but you do, I'm pretty sure, get reinvigoration. So yeah, and like any of our cat mages can cast it. You basically, I think the way to do it is, if you have a Clam of Pearls, you can do Power of the Spheres. On conservative gem use, it will only use 1 pearl. Then you do Power of the Void, and that will just, I think that second casting will be right at 50 fatigue, and then you will be 3 in all paths. So this guy would be an Earth 4, which is kind of ridiculous. It means he could cast Army of Gold without any boosters, just a Clam of Pearls. That's kind of nuts. And we have pretty good bodyguards for dealing with small amounts of horrors. The reason I didn't really think it was very good is because the main people you would be casting it with would be your cap-only mages, and you really don't want them to get super hard marked because they're not really a chassis. Look at these attack and defense scores. They're not a chassis that's going to survive horror assassinations terribly well. You could do like Ritual of Returning on them, but I don't know. Anyway, that was why I didn't think it was good. But it doesn't... There's things I didn't realize. I didn't realize how low the fatigue cost was, though I should have. Then it also does Astral Shield, so it's superior because it gives you two... This spell you would want to cast anyway. So it's going to be very efficient in terms of like your scripting slots. And yeah, it's completely ridiculous. I'm going to show you the test game that I have pulled up. And I just want to show you how dumb this is. One of the reasons it's really good on my god, that's what I think I was talking about before I kind of rambled onto this, is that our god is going to heal, at least as we want it, based off of how much damage he does. So for example, right now heal like 12 per hit, but if we get this up to 30, he'll heal 15 a hit. So it's 3 more. And here this is kind of where I've been using this god in a few test games, so he's already horror marked. You just have to trust me. If he were fresh, he wouldn't be horror marked. He got hit by a bunch of horrors. I moved him in from enemy dominion too, so he's coming in with not much HP, but we'll fix that quickly. The gear I have on him is different. This gear, and I think his shield broke. This gear I think might be a little better than the current gear kit I have, but it's higher like construction level. So we'll have a few different gear kits we can put on him, but what I have on him will probably not be the standard gear kit he runs around with most of the time. You are going to need pearls. The way I'm thinking about using this is when he does power the spheres, like we'll just have him running around with 10 pearls. And we're not going to use it every fight. We're only going to use it if I think I may really need it. But just watch this, all right? 21 protection, 19 attack, 20 defense, and then look at the damage here. So Power the Void. All right, already the attack and defense scores are crazy. The protection jumped up. Fatigue is totally fine because we're super high magic path to start with. Quicken Self, now look at these, 26, 25, 26, 28. And then we're going to do another spell, which also comes online at Thaumaturgy 3, which is Empower Magic Being. It's like Strength of Giants for magic things. And now look at our strength, it's 32. So this is a 32 attack. Now watch, we're at 8 HP. So if anybody hit me for any amount of damage, we would die. But look, we hit 14 damage. Now the reason it's not more is because they do have a little bit of armor. So this is basically going to hit against some armor and reduce the amount we're hit again, 14 damage. And I think, oh, there's 14 again. I think we might do more. I guess it's always going to be 14. Not actually sure why. Okay, well, I keep seeing 28. That must be where it's coming from. There's 29, a bad roll. You would think we would have more weird rolls, but now he's also empowered in water, but I do plan to empower my god in water reasonably quickly. It's just too good. It's too good for fighting underwater. It's super duper good. There's a spell we can cast where we're going to get underwater regen if I do water, which would be really nice. That way I don't have to have a ring of regen on for fighting underwater. But I don't know how you would kill this guy. Like, he'll murder thugs. Yeah, and he's repelled. I didn't show you. I think he didn't get hit at all here. And he repelled everything. Let me pull up the thing, because that's the stone bird with the ring of attack and all this bullshit we've got cast on him. But here, look at this. Was repelled. All negated attack. Missed. Attacker damaged by repel. Missed. Repelled. They can't hit him. They just can't. They fucking can't. Yeah, this guy's an absolute unit. So, the thing is, and I'm really glad I switched my research, because the thing is, this stuff gets unlocked super friggin' early. And it's all in Thaumaturgy, which has a bunch of things that I want anyway. Some things like I want but I can't use yet, like a lot of the site searching stuff. Like, it would be cool to do augury. I guess a lot of this is elemental, except for horror specs would be really great to use, but I'm only nature 1, so I have to trade for a thistle mace soon. Fortunately, my nature income, it's ridiculous. This is another thing I noticed. Guess what, guys? I didn't notice this last turn, but there was a site here. Like, we didn't have to site search for this or anything. This over here on God's Glory, and it's yeah, it's a nature 2 water 1 site. I also need to figure out who Caleb is and make peace with them, and figure out who this is and make peace with them. We're going to be the friendly squids. We're going to make peace with everybody, unless they're in our water system. Yeah, because of that, our nature income is now 6. Guys, that is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I'm like primarily a nature nation now. I haven't found a single pearl site, which sucks, but this is awesome. This also means I potentially could empower my god in nature. It's just super duper good. It's super duper good. And I desperately have to find goddamn garnets. Are there wastes over here? I wonder if there's a lot of wastes. If I find out where there's garnets, I'm going to go murder that player. I don't care about anything. So let's finish the talk on thaumaturgy. So let's look at all. I get teleport by going thaumaturgy 3. I get power of the void, which is going to be phenomenal on my god, which I'm not going to use most of the time. But I will use in extreme situations. And in those extreme situations, it's going to make a big difference. And then it's also going to give me Empower Magic Being, which make a big difference in certain fights. I can't remember if our Lobo Guard are magic. Yeah, they are. So these guys are not, so they won't benefit from it, but it will actually make my Lobo, like, it'll probably at least double the damage output of Lobo Guard, which I'm not going to be having a ton of, but in a desperate situation, which a lot of times is something you want to think about, that would be really good. I'm also going to be good on our void creatures, which we don't have a lot of now, but we'll have a lot of later. We get returning, which is nice. A little bit higher, we're going to get ritual of returning too, which, where's that? Damn you. Returning. Is it really an enchantment? Oh, it is. God damn it. Transfer Mind's also kind of interesting. We'd have to think of the use cases. Yeah, I'd have to think of that. But there might be some interesting things I can do with that. And direct waves. Oh yeah, this is the water teleport stuff. But yeah, anyway, we're going to get to go Thaumaturgy 3. Then I may go up to Conjuration 5. But the thing is, I could go farther in Thaumaturgy. It gives me like one with the Void and Gateway, which would both be really useful spells. Wisdom of the Void would be great for getting some research. Yeah, that would be cool. Vengeance of the Dead could also be kind of cool. One with the Void, Gateway, Dimensional Instability. Ooh, that would actually be kind of nice in the province. So I'd have to have basically like an empty lab here. It's kind of expensive. Not from just the gems, but the building a lab and stuff. This one is what's crazy, because this one allows me to do the enter the gate. And you would only put this in provinces that don't have a lot of population, probably. So I guess one way to think about it is some of these wastelands up here, I'd probably put these gates to the void. Can I only do it underwater? I can't remember. Yeah, it can only be cast underwater. God damn it. So like this would be a great province to put it. So we'll have to see, but that would be a thing I could do. Like maybe I get here, preach up my dominion to be 6 with the profit, put a lab here, do a gate, do a dimensional instability. I forget with these things if they need a dimensional instability. The dimensional instability disappears. I'll have to test it, but I don't know. So we've got some things to think about in terms of which way we go for research, but I'm super stoked about thaumaturgy. It's going to make my god literally just a goddamn beast when dealing with anybody rushing me. And so now people are on to the fact that I'm getting really big. Pelagie and I signed a nap. He said he was fine to nap, and I said nap 3. He hasn't said anything back. So we're like halfway between naps. Rlyeh had a big-ass force down here, but has moved them. Yis has a big-ass force. We can see they've taken over this water world over here. But there's a very decent chance, and people should attack me. Like, I'm going to be way too big. But I don't think they can do shit about it. I'm going to just be really friendly with people, and if they attack me, I'm going to murder them with my god. And they're not going to be able to do shit. Look at this, guys. Life drain 25. Look at the attack and defense scores. Our defense isn't that great right now, but the other thing I didn't even have it in the script, we can get our defense even higher. So quick and self, really good. The other thing we can do is an enchantment. Just an enchantment 2, we can do water shield. +5 defense. Kind of sick. Especially if we start thinking like I get a vine shield or something, and then they're not going to harass me down. Like, if I have a Vine Shield and I also get all this bonus strength, I'll probably ditch the Bear Claw. The Bear Claw is going to be like a good stopgap. But yeah, I'll probably ditch the Bear Claw. I'll probably put in the Repel thing, like the Stone Bird, do a Vine Shield, and then they'll be in deep doo-doo. So anyway, that's basically what we planning on, right? Our god's going to come over, lay the smackdown on these Shamblers, and then we're going to probably ping this. I guess I'll make a scout. Oh, I'll be able to make a scout here. We'll make a scout here next turn. We'll ping the throne. I think after we take this out, I think I'm going to use my god to come over and seal off this entryway into Volantis. I don't think there's a rush to do it now, but it would probably be good to go ahead. I don't think any water nation owns this, but these water nations are going to want to get in here. They know what's happening. The Rlyeh and Apocalypse is upon them. And like this turn, we only expanded 3 times, which only is not bad for turn 14. But this next turn, we're going to be expanding 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, no, this isn't a 3. So we're at 2. Our god is 3. This guy's 4. Yeah, 4 turns. But then the turn after this, hopefully this guy will expand again. This guy will expand again. This guy will expand, and he didn't expand last turn. And I'm going to come down here, and these guys are potentially going to expand down here. And then we are okay, I missed it. We'll do 5 this turn, because we are going to hit this. Oceania has not taken this in forever. And I'm sorry, guys, we're going to go in and take it. I told him it wasn't written into, like, our nap. And he offered to let me, he said, I'm fine staying on my world. Okay. He said he was fine staying on his world, but I offered him he could have this, and he said okay. But he hasn't taken it. And last time I checked, he hadn't even taken, like, this other thing in his cap circle. So we'll take this. If he is upset with it, he can talk to us, and we can maybe give it to him. But we're also thinking about eating him. So that'll be a thing. This cave system will be kind of nice because, well, first of all, this is a wasteland, so there's a small chance there's a Garnet Amazon province here. The other thing about this is there are still within construction magic mine site, which is actually really good. It's like a very fast return on investment. And most of the gym gens were taken out from this game compared to the other game. But the ones which you can't stack in a single province and usually require weird terrain, they left in, which I suggested we get rid of all of them. But I don't know. He spent time making these and didn't want to take them out. That's fine. Anyway, it'll be good to put them on. And the nice thing about this is I believe this one is not aquatic, or does not have a lake connection, but this one does, which means I can get coastal recruits, which is nice. So we'll come up here. We'll try to take over Sauron Sphere. The thing is, as we take this off, it gives more opportunities for land nations to come over here and mess with us. But like I said, guys, we are not afraid very much. And maybe I should be a little more afraid, but I'm telling you guys, my god is going to ruin people. Absolutely ruin people. Things we're looking to do. I'm going to want to be trading for a Thistle Mace so I can start casting Haruspex. I'll probably pay 15 nature gems for that. I think that's about the going rate for boosters. People might try to charge me more, but we'll see. I need to get a stone sphere, which allows me to do astral window so I can start seeing which thrones are which. We probably want to also trade for a vine shield when we can. And yeah, we need to get our research going. But speaking of getting research going, this fort, I'm upgrading it this turn. We've got a lab already. So we're starting to get mages here. We're getting Star Children just to research here. Over here, we also have built our first lab. This fort was already upgraded, so we're going to start getting 1 mage a turn right now. And I'm getting slave mages, and we're going to do 2 slave mages, and they're going to run around and site search. And after that, we're going to switch over probably to Star Children, though maybe to Star Spawn, which are going to research a tiny bit faster. The nice thing with Star Spawn is I can maybe get the Death ones to go out and site search. So I think that's where we are, guys. I feel bad. We're like going to break this game so goddamn hard. Like, we are not even supposed to be like an early game nation. But we are going to break the goddamn game. And a lot of it is through this weird map manipulation we're doing. And it doesn't have a ton to do with Rlyeh. Well, it does have something. It has to do with this pretender I got. How could you ever think this is a balanced pretender? And this is the fact it can teleport, and it's ethereal, and it has fear and awe. Oh, it's so strong. And it's a Dom spreader too. Oh, on a nation, like really get free spawn from your Dominion. It's so good. It's so strong. I want to know who all gets it. We're going to end the episode here, but I'm going to go ahead and look up who gets this pretender. Like, can early Atlantis get it? Okay, they can't get it. I assume early Rlyeh has the option. Ooh, the Dracolich. Oh, Dracoblet. Oh, it's an aboleth that's also a... That's kind of cool artwork. It's so hard to get the little edges. You can see it's like black on the edges. I hate that, but it's so hard to get. They do not have the king in yellow. So early age Rlyeh did not fuck up by not taking them. Middle age Rlyeh must have fucked up by not taking them. He was telling me all about the scales and how good the scales build is and this, that, and the other. And he's right. I think scales, Rlyeh is a scales nation. But in Dominions Enhanced, it's a king in yellow nation. Not taking this, I don't care. Okay, you get 10% more income. Who cares? This guy is going to be so good. So good. Not only expand faster, which I did, and not only is that way more money than you would get, but literally people are not going to be able to kill me. Everything can be killed. But here's the thing, like people, if they're going to kill me, I'm going to have a nap with them. They're going to attack me. The nap's going to end and we're going to get to prepare. They're going to have a big friggin' force on our border and they're not going to expect it. And this guy behind any amount of PD is devastating. Especially once I empower him in water. It's going to be so broken. And the fact we got rid of spheres of music is actually good. Because I would feel bad if I had spheres, like in normal Dominions Enhanced game where you don't get rid of music of the spheres, he'd be even more broken. Because he would also get innate caster at some point because he's a magic being. It's so absolutely, unbelievably ridiculous. But yeah, EA Rlyeh didn't get it. I don't think any of the other Rlyehs will... I don't think any other nations will get it. I was thinking early age Rlyeh must get it. I wonder if some of the weird nations get it. Like, what about, like, Dom Danielle? They start out underwater. No. Telling you guys, strongest pretender I've ever seen. And with that, I'm a little tired. Sorry, I've been low energy for this episode. But with that, I will leave you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.